This will be part number 3 of the secret cult knowledge spread and the entire jazz and the agenda of that. But we are talking about that in light of the recent Chris Rock special, where he was making a response to Jada and the whole Smith slap jazz that happened not long ago. But we're gonna couple it up with something that many people might have missed. What was Chris Rock wearing when he was on stage? Now, you might be thinking outfit, not the outfit. He was wearing a certain necklace that had a certain symbol with him, and so he was wearing white in view of innocence and stuff like that. But then the symbol on his neck, what is that? And so I thought, let's get into that since we are in the series, because this does kind of fall within the series. I'll put the previous episode down in the pinned comments about some of the areas of religion that have been tainted or infiltrated. In this particular one, we're going to be talking about how the entertainment industry has took part in this symbol that you see Chris Rock recently wearing. What was it? In the recent Netflix special, it's quite telling towards that. It's the reality show, daily Christian commentary videos. Other episodes done today, they'll be down in the pinned comments, and we're still on the 100 video challenge. Now, this video is quite an interesting one, and I wanted to tell you why that symbol is extremely blasphemous. But I'm going to quote you a verse right here, and that is Romans chapter number 1, and I will read it from verse 28, and it says, "And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to their reprobate minds to do those things which are not fitting." That's going to be very important when we go down in breaking down what we are speaking about. He says, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murderous strife, deceit, malignant, and it goes on, backbiters, haters of God, spiteful, proudful, boastful, and without understanding, or covenant breakers. He says without natural affection, and he goes on to say, knowing that the judgment of God, that those who commit such things are worthy of death. That's what the verse says. The verse says that these particular things that these people get up to, they don't retain God in their mindset. And so they do these things and they get worse off in their performance or in practicing whatever it is that is about to talk about. Now, what is that symbol? The symbol, you might notice there, it has a symbol, it has something that goes across and it spikes down. And according to their interpretation, that is the aspect of Horus. Okay, that's that aspect of the eye of Horus within thing. When they were designing, they were thinking about that. Now, then there is the whole thing of the Ankh. They do have a corporation, something like that, of the Ankh. Now remember, the Ankh is the symbol of life. But then within Prince's interpretation, he has the symbol for male and female gender thingy, and he says that's for love. And so, being that God is love, that's what they were interpreting this thing as. Now, and also, by the way, the symbol itself was said to mean love. Okay, so keep that in mind for the as we break down the interpretation of what they are saying by the symbol. And so, therefore, you have the Ankh with the male and female symbol over there, and then you have the Horus sign. Then you have a cross incorporated right at the bottom, right? And so you would see that then there was a symbol thingy which incorporates that idea of male and female whole jazz going on over there. So there is life form within man and woman, You see both that symbol. And then there is God. Being love, apparently, because the whole symbol meaning is love. But then, what God did they portray in there? Because they put the cross there, but then they put the eye of Horus. So that ending where it swings, that's the eye of Horus. That was what they were incorporating into that. That's what the idea, Egyptian idea of God. So we know that it's not the God of the Bible. So they did not retain God in their knowledge. So what they portray there is blasphemy. Because now you see the cross. Okay, I don't know if it's an upside down cross or what is that. You see something that looks like a cross there, which they intentionally put there to kind of incorporate that idea of God is love. But what God? It's Horus. And the thing that fascinates me about that is they put that there, but notice that when they put that symbol there, when they put the symbol of the cross and they put the whole thing about love and make it about that, notice the one thing that they are not noting here is that they are making the generative principle, the idea of putting men and women within thingy and defining the whole thing as love into God. They are making that into God. They're taking that towards God. They are bringing the sexual, and remember the whole thing about the Ankh is that it's meant to portray a male private with the circle, with that circle thing right above it, as the females are the halves, you understand. And so you have the bedroom khwajaz going on over there. That being said, you have having the bedroom idea and incorporating that with God. I'll let that sink in just for a second because it shows how corrupt the human mind is. Okay? So when Prince and his team were putting this thing together, this symbol that they said was a symbol of love, what happened to just having a heart? The Valentino version of love was no longer doing it. They had to portray it like this. And by this period, let's bear in mind that love was generally portrayed by the heart symbol. And so now love is being portrayed with this symbol. That's how but God's love version was portrayed in thingy. That's why they put the cross in there to say, for God so loved the world, the whole thing, loved the world. This symbol is blasphemy for those people that don't get it. It's blasphemy because it's incorporating things that are not related. What does the cross have to do with Horus? And what does the cross have to do with the bedroom khwajaz? Yeah, God is creator. Yes, but if you are defining God, or if you are bringing to mind God, or if you are educating in the idea or trying to express, is what, when you think about God, do you think bedroom khwajaz? God created that to be enjoyed within the space of marriage and also for reproduction. But when you're thinking about God, do you think bedroom khwajaz? Huh? The symbol is blasphemy. Or am I missing something? Maybe no. Nowadays we have to question, we have to ask. Maybe we are missing something. Maybe people are portraying something and we are just not getting it, Maybe we are too slow. Within their definition, you can go out there. Someone might think I'm making it up as I'm going because I'm trying to infuse my interpretation. No, go out there and look up Prince love symbol and let the people that believe in these things interpret it at how they came about with the symbols. And you will hear the very same thing that I'm talking about. The whole thing about bringing Horus, the cross, making it about God. This is God's love, and the whole thing is interpreted as love, or it's meant to mean love. My question would be, what does Horus have to do with Jesus on the cross? And what does the Jesus being on the cross have to do with the generative principle of male and female? Making it about gender. What does that have to do with God? If you are defining God as love, notice, like I said, people of the flag, whenever they think about any subject, the only thing they can think about, it's gender. They can't have any other conversation outside of that. And so, it's no wonder that Prince, when he thought about God, he had to include gender. Whether you want to think God was male or female, he had to put that in there somewhere, somehow. And he had to put the ankh with the bedroom khwajez. The symbol is blasphemy. But maybe me, I'm too slow, Y'all tell me what you think. It's the next reality show with the Daily Christian Commentary videos. You see how corruption filters itself into the minds of people with things like that. That's what Chris Rock was wearing on their thingy. Last time we were talking about celebrities wearing satanic symbols on their clothing. Now we are talking about recent things that happened. When was it? The release of this one was like last week or so. So you can see the agenda is out there. These people are just pushing it. They are pushing it. And so it's no wonder that people don't even understand when we address it. Tell me what you think. Other episodes done today, they'll be down in the comments, and I'll see you later.